So you came to the workshop, the back pain and sciatica workshop, and you didn't schedule. I just wanted to share a couple of things with you because when this happens, I just think that there's something I failed you on, either in terms of communicating importance or maybe you have something else going on in your life and you need to put this off. But I wanted to share a really important viewpoint with you today. So what you did is you saw an ad, whether it was on Facebook, the Macomb Daily, or other newspaper, on a postcard, or a friend referred you in. You raised your hand, you called, you went online, you registered for the workshop, you showed up, you listened to me babble about back pain and sciatica, you saw me treat somebody, we went over the 3 big points, including the 3 common causes for back pain and sciatica, you filled out your worksheet, and you didn't schedule. You might be a provider. I know frequently we will have physicians in the room, or chiropractors, or even other physical therapists. If that's the case, I get it. It makes sense. You wouldn't want to schedule. If that's the case, just simply email me back and let me know that you're a provider, and that's fine. Also, maybe I know some people will get upset that they didn't have the chance to talk with me because I usually will hang out at the end and people have their questions answered one-on-one. It really puts me in a tough spot because if I have a line of people and I'm working my way through trying to get everyone's questions answered, and certainly I'm going to offend the person who is next or the person who is waiting to have their question answered. I really tried, and there's not really a better way for me to handle that. But what happens is when we do have an appointment, you do have a chance to get your questions answered one-on-one with one of our doctors of physical therapy who specializes in back pain and sciatica. The other thing that can happen, and frequently we will run into this, is recently I just had someone who after 2 to 3 years saw me online, she saw my videos, my articles, she finally came in to do a back pain and sciatica workshop. This person has now already had a series of injections and they're kind of on the eve of getting a surgery. She's told me that she wishes she would have come in much, much earlier. She waited this long to take care of her back pain and sciatica. I want you to know that what happens for most people, I don't think that this happened for you at the workshop, but here it is. Basically, if we take all the activities that you do day to day or things that you used to do or maybe you can no longer do, maybe it's yard work or running, aggressive activities or rigorous activities, they're on the outside. Real easy stuff like sitting or sleeping, that's on the inside. Here's what can happen and what happened to that woman who came after 2 to 3 years. We have a limitation in the activities that we do, and for most of us, what we'll do is simply ignore it. Again, you were at the workshop, you know that there are three things that we can do to handle all problems in life. We can either ignore it, and in most cases, this is where we ignore a problem, it's where it gets worse. We can try to alter it, or 3, we can actually handle it. The free screening, the free exam is a way for you to finally know exactly what's going on with your back and how to handle it to get to the source of your problem. What happens is naturally, if something hurts every time we do yard work or housework, run your vacuum cleaner, you're probably less likely to do it, right? So this is what most of us do. So we eliminate that and we get to a point where we're having pain if we stand for more than 15 minutes. Eventually what happens is we lose that as well. So continuing this pattern, you can see really quickly what happens over the course of a few months to a few years. We don't handle the problem, we get ourselves boxed in, and we're kind of missing out on life. We might feel embarrassed if we have to rely on neighbors, friends, family members to help us do certain things, just simple things like grocery shopping, maybe drive us somewhere, something like that. Even if you're a relatively young age, we feel like we're losing a little bit of our independence, and it can be very embarrassing. This is what happens most of the time. I don't want this to happen for you, so I will once again offer you, and I know that I said that it was that day only, but if you want the free exam, which is the appointment with one of our doctors and physical therapists who do specialize in back pain and sciatica, simply reply back to this email and I will let you know. We will make sure that we get you taken care of for an appointment. Again, it's a 30-minute free exam. You will get to see a doctor of physical therapist who does specialize in back pain and sciatica. You'll know exactly what's going on with your back, exactly the cause, and whether or not physical therapy, conservative therapy, or natural treatment is something that can help you out with what you have going on. There's no obligation. You don't have to schedule anything like that. It's just our way to get a really good grasp on what you have and what you need to do to handle it. So reply back to this email. Let me know what you would like to, when you would like to come in, and we'll get you set up with that free exam.